Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Keisha, and in this video we are going to be tapping into the scary side of TikTok. I'm gonna link them down below if you guys are interested to watch these videos for yourself. But as of right now, we're gonna watch them together right now. So let's get into it. The first TikTok account that we're gonna be taking a look at is Morgshauntings. She grew up in Appalachia and she shares her terrifying experiences living there. She does a whole bunch of series. She also shares your guys' stories, which is very interesting. But one series that we're gonna be taking a look at is Appalachian horrors. So one of the scary stories from the Appalachian area is the Mothman, and she talks about it in this TikTok.
One of the most well-known haunted or cryptid story from the Appalachian area is the Mothman. But many people don't know his entire story, so I want to get into it from start to current. So let's get into it. The first reported occurrence would come from two grave diggers. Now, what did they see? They reported seeing a very large humanoid figure with giant wings and red eyes sitting on top of a tree. Now, just as soon as they make eye contact with this thing, it leaps from the tree and flies away right over them. The next sighting would occur a few years later to two couples who were driving through the TNT bunker area of Point Pleasant, West Virginia. And they would also report seeing a large humanoid figure with very large wings and red eyes. So they see this thing, they're in their car, and they immediately speed off, but this thing chases them. And as their car hits 100 miles per hour trying to get away from this thing, it is keeping up speed. So they go straight to the police station and file a report. And then after that, they go to the newspapers to tell them what they saw, and the newspapers deem this creature the Mothman, which is what it's known as today. Reports of this creature began to flood in, and they were super similar with the way he looks, but some stories were different. Reports also started coming in of strange lights flying around the sky and intimidating men in dark sunglasses and black suits walking around. Like I said, there was a lot of encounters that were reported, but one that sticks out to me happened to a man in Salem, West Virginia. He reported that he was watching TV one night and strange shapes began to show up on his TV while strange noises began happening outside. As soon as he stepped outside to investigate the strange noises, he was met with a horrible feeling, like instant dread. But that was not the only thing he was met with. He was also met with a pair of glowing red eyes. His dog would disappear soon after this, and he blames that figure for his dog disappearing. Now, most sightings of the Mothman revolve around you just seeing him and being chased, but some people actually report that he spoke to them and that he spoke of unspeakable tragedies that were going to occur to this town. And unfortunately, a bit after, that is what happened to Point Pleasant, West Virginia. Slightly before Christmas in 1967, a giant bridge holding rush hour traffic would collapse. Unfortunately, this would cause 50 people to lose their lives. Countless people report seeing the Mothman just before the bridge collapsed. Now, after this, sightings did begin to decline, but they never stopped, and he is still spotted to this day. Now, there are, of course, a lot of skeptics with this story, and one in particular was Dr. Robert Smith. He believes that the Mothman is nothing more than a sandhill crane that got into the materials at the TNT bunker and looks a little odd. I don't know about that. The most widely believed theory for skeptics is that it started off as a joke and spiraled out of hand. I feel like that one is probably more believable. Either way, the story flourished, and there's even a festival to celebrate the Mothman every year in Point Pleasant, West Virginia. This year, it's being held on September 16th and 17th. I did want to leave you with this picture. I saw it while I was researching, and it is believed to be an actual captured picture of the Mothman.
I don't know how I feel about this one. The photo that she showed is kind of unbelievable, but what do you think? Let's watch one more of Morgshauntings TikTok videos. This one is going to be about the very dark past and current hauntings of a lunatic asylum located in West Virginia.
Before we get into today's video, I do just want to let you guys know that this is probably one of the darkest things that I have ever covered on here. It deals with the mistreatment of mental health patients. It's very heavy and very sad, so if that is not your thing, I totally understand. Today's video is going to be all about the very dark past and present hauntings of the Trans-Allegheny Lunatic Asylum in Weston, West Virginia. Now, this is said to be by many people West Virginia's most haunted location, which is saying something because West Virginia just has haunted stuff. Let's get into the history of this hospital. So this massive hospital opened up in 1863, and there was nothing but good intentions behind it at the beginning. It was built to be a beacon of hope for the people that needed it the most and was massive. This hospital was built to hold 200 patients comfortably. Everyone got their own room. It was just supposed to be 200 people. In 1881, the hospital became overwhelmed with people just needing help. And they didn't turn anyone away, and they didn't build on, so they just let these people in. And pretty soon, having your own room was a luxury that was no more available. They were now holding over 500 people that they were supposed to, so we have a total of 700 people in this building, just the patients alone. So the number of patients did not just stop rising there, it kept going up and up and up, and this would create a domino effect throughout the hospital. There was no longer enough staff, no one was getting the attention and care that they needed, and on top of that, they could not keep up with food demands for all of the patients, so we're dealing with extreme malnourishment at this point. The inside of the hospital was starting to become unlivable. I mean, there was a grime covering the windows that blocked out sunlight, it was so thick, and even the wallpaper started to peel off the walls. So over the years, the numbers just kept rising and rising, and by the 1950s, there was 2,800 patients. That is 2,600 patients more than it was built for. So as you can imagine, there was not enough room for these patients. And the staff did something truly disgusting to make room for those patients. If you were deemed a danger to yourself or to others, you were locked in a cage and left in the middle of the room so that someone that was more capable could have it. While I was researching this, I was like, it can't get any worse than that. Like, that's got to be like the top, and it kept getting worse. And here's it getting worse again. There was unfortunately a very sick and twisted surgeon on the staff at this hospital, and his hobby was performing lobotomies on people. I told you, it just keeps getting worse. It is estimated that he performed around 4,000 lobotomies. And not only did these take the lives of a lot of patients, they left the others with irreversible brain damage. And truly a freaking monster. This hospital did not shut down until 1994. Can we just take a moment? Because that's recent. Now, while the doors to patients did close in 94, the doors for tours and investigations are very much wide open. So if you're more interested in the history side, you could do a daytime tour, but if you're more interested in the hauntings and things like that, you can do nighttime tours, and they even let you stay overnight and have your own like ghost hunting equipment. And I actually did not do any research into what people say that they've seen there because I plan on going there and staying overnight, and I don't want to know what people see. I want to just have my own experiences. I feel like it's easy for your brain to trick you if it's like, oh, a woman in white spotted in this room, and then like you just think you see something. I just don't want to know what people see, you know what I mean? But if any of you guys have been on the tour, I would love to know if you had fun. I'm sorry this was so dark. It's truly just disgusting how often this happened as well. I promise to make the next video at least kind of lighter.
If I would have known about this a couple years ago, I think I would have wanted to go. I don't know why, but going to haunted places or like abandoned places kind of intrigues me, but at the same time terrifies me because you don't know what you're gonna see. I'm talking about it right now and I'm getting goosebumps, and I'm just looking to the right here because I'm in the living room with all the lights off. It's daytime, but I have light over here, and then just it's dark over here. So I keep looking to the right. I have to stop. I have to stop doing that because I'm gonna psych myself out. The next TikTok account that we're gonna take a look at is kaitieshae. I don't know why I'm terrified about this one, but she has a series called Whistling and Playing Cards. That title is terrifying enough. What is she talking about? Let's take a look.
Last night when my husband wasn't home and my son and I were playing on the trampoline, when we would stand up on the trampoline, we'd hear just like that. When we'd sit down, it would stop. It stopped for like 10 minutes. I stood up to get off the trampoline, and I heard it again. And now I'm finding playing cards in my backyard. We don't have people over. We don't play cards. We actually don't really socialize at all. I'm finding these in my backyard. Are these things connected? Should I be scared? I don't know. I have been posting updates in the comments, but I realized a lot of people aren't seeing them. So here's your update. I'm the girl that heard the whistling on my trampoline and then found playing cards in my backyard the next day, and people were really freaked out by that. I was too after I thought about it more. 2 days later, we had been out of town. We came back and my husband found a playing card stuck in the dirt, standing vertically. It was an 8 of Clubs, I believe.
Okay, hold on. I had to stop it because my eyes are getting watery. I'm getting a little bit terrified. Okay, so this has to do something with a more personal story, not from me, but from Brian. So he had a dream. I can't remember exactly. Maybe I could get him on here to kind of share that experience. But he said that in his dream, there was a guy, there was someone that gave him cards and he remembers the cards. The next day we go to work and he's randomly finding cards. Can you explain that?
So we found a 2 of hearts, a 3 of diamonds, and an 8 of clubs. Fence wraps around our backyard. Now we have locks on our gates and we ordered cameras. People were saying it could be crows. Seen any, and the cards are appearing overnight, but we'll see. And then people are saying the whistling could have been someone's security system, but the whistling was coming from the alley, and we checked all back there and there was nothing. And then we also have been getting on the trampoline at night to see if it whistles again, and there's nothing. So that was going to be the full update. Then today I had gotten in my car, noticed that my neighbors weren't home, and when I looked over again, there was a black truck pulled up only halfway into their driveway. Their driveway's short, only halfway, and I look over and there's a man driving and he rolls down his window and he is staring directly at my car, our house, and clearly does not know that I'm in the vehicle. So I grab my phone and I put my phone towards the passenger window because he's on the other side of me, and I'm taking pictures, and he realizes someone's in the car and he backs up and drives away. I'm not sure how long he was there, but I know he wasn't there when I first got in the car. Could also be a weird coincidence. If I get the chance, I'll catch my neighbors and ask them. I didn't recognize the guy, I didn't recognize the truck. Oh yeah, there's your update. Cameras should be here in a day or two, and I guess we'll keep you updated. This is part 2 and we'll see what comes.
That kind of changes things. Is this something paranormal, or does she have a stalker? The next TikTok account that we're going to be taking a look at is Monse or Cvnela, but I'm kind of interested in her TikTok about El Chapulín Colorado, the clown episode. I do remember El Chapulín Colorado, so I'm kind of interested to see what this is all about. I would have never thought that she'd be making a video about this show.
Let's talk about one of the creepiest moments in Mexican TV history, the Chapulín Colorado clown episode. Now, before I show you a clip of this absolutely creepy episode, let's break it down a little bit. In 1973, Chapulín Colorado, a Mexican comedy TV show about a red grasshopper superhero, would begin airing on Televisa and become one of the most popular Mexican comedy TV shows of its time. Alongside El Chavo del Ocho, of course, another show by the same creator. And although audiences loved the silliness of the show, it would be in 1978 where they would air the episode Duende está el donde, perdón, ¿Dónde está el duende? Meaning, where's the gnome? That would air and scare children all over Latino America. Because in the episode, Chapulín Colorado would become tiny, fall into this hole, and be transported and suddenly see this. People just plain out didn't like the flashing clowns. This person said this episode used to scare me as a kid. There's even thinking that it was demonic, saying during my time this was demonic. Like, people even started to make theories around this episode, saying that if you played the song backwards, this would play. Horrifying. I hate it too. Listen, if you actually listen to the lyrics, they're pretty sweet. It talks about being in the moment and being happy and present. But anyways, what do you guys think? Is this creepy? Is this silly? No, let me know.
That's creepy. It's more of the flashing clowns, and they're not even terrifying, which is the crazy part. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just clowns are just terrifying no matter how they look like, but I wasn't expecting the flashing clowns. I don't know. Let's watch another one of her videos.
Let's talk about one of the scariest Mexican videos on the internet, the Headless Running Woman video. Now, before we watch this absolutely terrifying video, let's break it down a little bit. it. On August 10th, 2021, user Videos de Terror 666 would upload this video and go absolutely viral, hitting 11 million views. And despite the video being posted in 2021, several Mexican news outlets would barely start reporting on the video this year, saying it's one of the scariest videos out on the internet right now. The video was allegedly recorded on July 18th, 2021 in Monterrey. It's a seemingly fairly normal video of a truck driver's dash cam just recording him driving. And suddenly, on the side of the road, he sees this. I'm just gonna show you the video. Here it is. Yeah, this is probably one of the weirdest, scariest videos I've seen. I'm gonna be honest with you guys, I did see Bizarre by Nuke's Top 5 cover this video, I believe also in 2021. Although the video is a little bit aged, it still maintains to scare a lot of people to this day. And if Mexican news outlets are still reporting on this video today, 3 years after, that's an iconic horror video. What do you guys think? Is this video real? Is it fake? Let me know, let me know.
In my opinion, I think the video is real. I don't know how someone can fake that, but I don't know. What do you think? A lot of the videos that she posts now is showing you guys different horror movies, which I'm gonna follow her for that because I love watching horror movies, and the ones that I've kind of quickly seen by clicking on her videos look terrifying. So if you guys want to check out and want to watch horror movies that will actually creep you out, check out her account. I'm definitely gonna be watching one of the movies she recommends. Let's move on to another TikTok account on the scary side of TikTok. Okay, so Soulmori is a haunted dog collector. That's it. Scary as hell. Let's see what kind of dolls she's sharing on TikTok.
Could you show us the most active doll that you have? Thank you for your question, and of course, this is a real photograph of the little girl that haunts this doll. Her name is Gloria. She was only 4 when she passed away from drowning at her father's hands. I live with many strong spirits, but I would say Gloria is among the most active in the collection. I experience paranormal activity from her on almost a daily basis. The most common thing she does is moving her head and her arms. And one thing that is unique to Gloria is that she makes her doll mimic the appearance of breathing. I know through my extensive contact with her over the last 3 years that she really misses being alive, and her soul lingers because she just didn't get to live the life that she wanted. The feeling of having her life stolen away from her can make her very angry at times, understandably. And this anger can manifest into these intense paranormal experiences where her energy is just so strong that she can even break things. Like in this clip, she breaks another doll. She used to get very aggressive towards other clown dolls. Gloria is a very unique and special girl. Her spirit is so strong, and we have become very close friends over the last 3 years of living with her. I love her.
Hold up, you love who? Gloria? Are you insane? Hold up. That can't be real. That cannot be real. That cannot be real. I'm literally getting goosebumps. Who would want all of those dolls, especially Gloria, to be living in their house? Because not me. I love this account because I just like watching stuff that I can't really believe is true, but looks very true. And haunted dolls are nothing new, so just the fact that Gloria is doing stuff right in front of the camera, like when the hat fell off, I was not expecting that. Let's watch another one.
My haunted dolls do have a favourite type of music. This is Gilbert, the little doll in the orange outfit, and he loves the kalimba. I know this because he dances to it. His favourite song is You Are My Sunshine, and this is what happens when I play him his favourite song.
How is it moving like that and not falling? I want to watch one more from her account.
I collect haunted dolls and I've been getting a lot of comments recently saying that one of my haunted dolls is giving them nosebleeds when they watch my videos. The haunted doll I'm talking about is Lady and she's just right behind me up here.
Oh.
This is really...
I don't want to watch that one. Let's watch another one. Let's see the scariest dolls in my collection.
Can you show us your scariest dolls? Of course I can. Starting off with one of the most obvious is this doll here. I recently got this doll and noticed that it had a rotten smell, amongst other things that were just really odd about this doll. So I plucked up the courage to cut open the doll and I actually found a vial of teeth inside of it. I have a whole playlist on this doll if you wish to know more, but be warned, it's really creepy. Another doll that creeps me out is Blair. I would say that they are one of my scarier dolls because of their appearance. The hollow eyes just give the doll a creepy look, and what is worse, when you look inside, the eyes are still there. Not to mention that the spirit attached to the doll cries at night. This is Mary. Now, Mary hasn't actually done anything wrong, but she has always gave me a very uneasy feeling whenever I'm around her. In my older videos, you might have noticed that I used to keep her head covered because when I looked into her eyes, I just felt sick. But we're okay now, I think. This is what I call unknown entity. Whenever I try to make contact with the spirit attached to this doll, it just threatens me and it's basically a troll. And I think we all know that this video would not be complete without mentioning the cursed doll that I have to keep locked in a cage. Definitely one of the scariest dolls in my collection. This is Lady and she is a violent female spirit who gives people nosebleeds. All the videos are linked in the caption if you want to learn more about any doll.
I think the creepiest doll that's in her collection has to be the first one. The one that had the teeth inside of her. Where did she even get that from? Who would even do that and send it out? The next TikTok account is realhorrortok. So they just share creepy videos. They post daily. So let's see their most recent posts.
The following video comes from TikTok user Celeste. I'll tag her below. And her TikTok consists of her daily life in Mexico, including her sports and hobbies. But in July of 2024, she posted a series of videos of strange occurrences that happened in her home while she was alone. Not knowing if it was real or not, she began to record. Take a look.
No. Si escucharan eso, se lo juro que se estuvieran muriendo de miedo. Se lo juro, se lo juro. No mames, güey, no mames, está abierta la puta puerta. Please, se lo juro que me da mucho miedo. Please, la neta no sé qué hacer ya me cansé, ya me...
After finding the door wide open, she decides that she's had enough and leaves the camera recording in the kitchen, unaware if it was paranormal or possibly an intruder. After setting up the camera, she goes in her room and locks the door. But when she comes back to play the video, she's terrified. I'll let the clip play, but definitely follow her for any updates.
Por ahí se escucha un ruido. Como por ahí. No mames, no mames, no mames. No mames, no mames. No mames, güey, no mames. ¿Qué vergas es eso? ¿Qué vergas es eso? Me está dando miedo. Te lo juro que estoy temblando. ¡No! ¡No mames! ¡No mames! ¡No mames! ¡No mames! ¡No mames! Plebes, me estoy muriendo de miedo. Estoy aquí afuera de la casa. Me da miedo. Me da miedo. Me da miedo meterme ya.
No way. If I was her, I would never go back into that house. What was that? It was just like a dark figure. Like the whole face was black, just peeping through. How did the remote fall? Maybe there was a string, but I was not expecting that figure to kind of peek at her. I would not go into that house if I was her. This is another account that I'm gonna have to follow because from the first post that I click on, I'm terrified. I'm gonna have to watch more, but not in this video. Let's get on to the next TikTok account. The next TikTok account is Sierra Mist. She has a series called We Bought a Haunted House.
How did you... How did you get out there? Okay, let's try this again.
A few moments later.
There's no way that this is a thing. I don't think you understand. There's zero way that she could unlock that, open it, shut it, and lock it. How are you doing this?
Deep down, that's my fear. Buying a house, and then it's haunted? What are you gonna do? Sell it? You know what's crazy? When I was younger, I lived in a haunted house. And maybe I'll share the stories in other videos. I don't wanna get into it too much right now. I'm alone. Brian just left to pick up Mason and I'm a little bit terrified. So talking about my own experiences right now at this moment is probably not a good idea because it truly just terrifies me still to this day, and I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. I recently just told a little bit of the story to my friends and it just brings me back to that time and I don't like it. So let's get on with another video.
What the fuck? What the fuck? The windows aren't even open. Why? You know, I wouldn't be so upset, but I literally just put that together. So thank you. Thank you! I gotta get cameras.
I'm not gonna lie, when I first heard it, I was like, okay, her husband's in on it. They're just making TikTok videos, scary videos. After her going into her son's nursery, I don't think so. I don't think they would go that extent for him to kind of just mess up their unborn child's stuff. I don't think they would do that. I truly believe that they bought a haunted house and there's some crazy paranormal stuff going on in there. So if you guys want to watch more of the series, go ahead and follow her. Once again, I have all of the accounts I'm talking about down below in the description. But let's get on to one more TikTok account that I am very interested in watching.
Did you leave the room when the nurses were here? Yes? Or no?
So you left the room when the nurses came here? Yeah. Yeah, I know. Are you scared of needles like I am? No? Do you think that...
Can you call your dad?
Why?
So he can see.
No. I'm calling Deepa.
I know, but he'll want to see this.
I truly believe all of these videos that she posted. And something that makes me believe it even more is she hasn't posted since February 17. We're in August. Her account looks just like a normal TikTok account. She's not a content creator, none of that. So I 100% believe these videos. I'm just wondering now, like, where is she? Why hasn't she posted? That's a little glimpse of the scary side of TikTok. If you guys have any TikTok accounts that post scary content that you would like me to feature on my next video, comment them down below. I want to make this a series. I truly enjoy making these types of videos. With that being said, make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Comment down below, what do you think? Do you think they're real? Do you think they're fake? Which TikTok account do you think is the creepiest? Thank you so much for watching. I hope you didn't watch this video alone.